John is in the kitchen.
Here we are,
and you've got like a... Do you like a bargain, John?
Well, I'm tight, me, yeah. I'm really tight. I love a bargain. I live for a bargain, don't we all?
I know, we do. This is a simple spring. We've kind of... The theme is winter's gone,
We're
basically.
shaking off winter, shaking it right off.
Shake it up.
Well, I'm trying. I've still got the winter weight, but I'm working on it.
Oh,
but
you look fabulous in black. Just wear black,
yes,
always.
Silhouette. I've got here some butter, or you could use margarine, whichever you prefer. I like the taste of butter, but margarine does give a better pastry, because I'm making pastry, by the way. And I just rub that to a sort of inelegant breadcrumb. And then all I'm going to do to make the pastry is just add an egg and cut that in. Now, people might think, you know, life's too short to make your own pastry. If you feel like that, that's fine, use shot butter, but I think everybody should try making pastry at least once in their life.
Once at least.
Before they expire.
But yeah, I'm a bit of a put it in the freezer and get it out.
You?
Yeah, I'm a bit of a shop buyer.
Yeah, but you're a busy girl.
I'm a busy working mum.
You are, you're a working mum.
Like every other woman.
All right, Melanie Griffith. That was working girl, wasn't it? Working mum.
That's all right. Yeah, I'm not quite a working girl. Not yet.
Not yet. Working on it.
So did you put that in the fridge?
Yeah, when it comes together into a pastry, don't overwork it, just sort of manipulate it into a dough. And then when it does, what I do is I wrap it into a sausage, in cling film, and then roll it into a sausage. And the only reason I do that is because when it comes to cutting out the discs to make the pasties, it's far easier just to cut through the pastry, and you've got then 4 discs, which you can flatten down and then start to roll that out into a nice, perfect circle. So you roll those out into a circle. Like I say, you can make the pastry, but if you want to buy it, I won't judge you. If you do buy it.
No, don't. I'll be the judge.
You be the judge on Britain's Got Talent.
Talking of talent, I mean, obviously you're very skilled. You were on a reality show. You won the 3rd series of Bake Off.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
You can't have forgotten.
I did.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Not really. None that I can speak about on daytime TV. I'm a male stripper. No, I'm only kidding.
There's a lot of women that would pay good money for that.
I don't know.
Stripping whilst making pastry.
I don't know. You might get some body hair in it. But anyway, it's not a talent yet, but I'm just starting to learn to play the guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, I mean, oh, gosh. So you can see, I'm a bit...
Well, hang on a minute. That could be anyone. Where's your head?
It's really just Ed Sheeran. Put me in a red wig and I'm Ed Sheeran.
That's good. It's a beautiful guitar.
It's a lovely guitar,
What made you start then?
Well, my boyfriend, he plays the guitar, and whatever he can do, I can do better.
Right.
So, no, that's my, you know, that's how I feel. So I wanted to start doing it, and I just enjoy it. My dad's musical, my family's musical, so I thought I'd better try.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So for the filling of this pasty...
So, yes, we should say you've put that spinach.
I've got some spinach, which I've wilted down and just squeezed all the moisture out. I've added some lemon zest to that. Add some pine nuts. I'm going to add what you might think is carrot. It's just grated sweet potato, but you could use
even
carrot.
Better.
Even better
love
for
sweet
you.
Potato,
really low glycemic index. It's good for you. Full of vitamins. So sweet potato. I'm going to add some goat's cheese or feta cheese. This is actually. You could use goat's cheese or feta. Any strong.
It's so nice and salty. I love it.
Oh yeah, you need it nice and salty. Bit of egg to bind it all together, and then some spices, some cumin, coriander, and allspice.
Nice.
What are your hidden talents then? Do you have any hidden talents?
Well, I did gymnastics for 10 years, so I can still do the splits.
Are you very bendy?
I'm very bendy.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
I just can't move. I'm wooden.
I know, you said I bet you couldn't do that cross-legged thing from yesterday. Trying to get up. Oh, we've all been trying it.
What, cross-legged?
Well, Angela Rippon did this thing where she sat on her bum and she crossed her legs, and if you get up, you're young, and if you can't, you're old, basically.
Oh, I'll even try that. I'll never get up. Mind you, the pasties are stashed down there, so I might just do it and just say I can't get up, so I can have a pasty.
Just eat.
Just eat. Munch and sit. So I'm going to blend these ingredients together. You can see
you're worse than Mary Berry for an innuendo.
I'm not even going there. So blend those together, and then all I'm going to do is just make a pasty. But rather than make the sort of crimped Cornish-style pasty, I like to make them in a more sort of Lebanese, Syrian kind of way, just because why not, you know, it's the weekend. So what I do is I get a bit of the filling, and I've got clean hands, so don't worry. Bit of the filling on there. This will make about 4 or 5, between 4 and 6, really, depending on how big you cut everything.
So it's quite quick, quite cheap,
quick, dead easy.
And everybody should like it. And I suppose if you've got kids, you could mix this filling up. They could help. They could squish it all in together.
And they love it. I mean, they make a mess. So
well, I don't mind mess.
It doesn't matter. As
you
long as they're happy, you can clear it up.
Yeah.
So to make a triangle, you fold over one side, fold over another side like that. And it helps in the cling film, and then fold over the third side to make a triangle-shaped pasty. So it's sort of very Middle Eastern. But I'll finish that off and get them in the oven, and then in a bit we can have a nibble and a sit.
Dirty beast.
And they're ready.
I'm absolutely starving. I'm going to get me chops around this.
That's the way to do it. I'm going to be more dainty and break one in half. Oh! But they're lovely, aren't they?
I've literally bitten off more than I can chew.
Is it a bit dry?
It's a little bit dry.
They were made about 3 hours ago. Could we get some water or something for Amanda?